Why make one card when the leftovers are begging to be made into a second card? Today I'm going to share with you how some simple angled cuts make some very unique cards. They're quick, they're fun, and they're perfect for when you need a couple of cards for very different occasions. Hi, I'm Julia with Julia Sue's Stamping. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're putting every piece of pattern paper to work. We're going to be creating two angled cards with a fabulous layout in one easy process. And the very best part, the cards don't have to be exactly the same. Say you need a masculine card and you need a holiday card, or maybe you need a thank you card and a birthday card. This layout is perfect for exactly that. You'll save time, you'll make the most out of your pattern paper, and you're going to walk away with two beautiful cards. So go grab your favorite paper and let's get started. And here you see everything we're going to need to create our two cards. I started off with some very vanilla. Now you use whatever coordinating cardstock is going to go with the designer series paper that you choose to use. And all I had here was a piece of the very vanilla that's 8.5 by 11, right? The first thing I did was I scored it at 5.5 all the way down. And then I cut them at 4.25 so that I had two card bases with just one score and one cut, all ready to go. I have a piece of the designer series paper from the brand new A Little Christmas pack. I love these little mice. They're so cute. And on the other side are stripes. I love how Stampin' Up! Does that. They make it so that not everything has to be a holiday card in their holiday packages of paper. So I know that this is directional. I'm not going to want my mice to be on the card sideways, right? So when I cut, I'm going to keep that in mind. And I've got a little strip of also coordinating cardstock. This is early espresso. It's 11 inches by a quarter inch. Now I'm going to try to remember to give all the dimensions, the measurements for everything, but I may forget. And if I do, you don't need to worry because I do have a free downloadable PDF tutorial on my blog that I've created just for you. The link is down in the description. So please be sure you check it out. It's free, it's downloadable. You can print it out if you want and keep it, or just keep it on a file on your computer. That's what I do. And it's fun to keep those, to look back, and to have ideas ready anytime you need some help in making some cards. So this designer series paper is 4.25 by 4.25. I'm going to go ahead and move these other items and bring in my paper trimmer. So like I said, because this is directional, I want to keep that in mind when it comes to cutting my little guys here. Okay, so I am going to put it on its side here because it's directional and you can do whatever you want with yours. I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to be super specific about it. I'm simply making it so that it's about an inch or so away from this end, maybe about an inch or so away from this end. Not super worried one way or the other. And then I'm going to go ahead and give it a cut like that. And all set to go. It's great to use the liquid adhesive on here because it gives you just a moment to put it exactly where you want. But any kind of adhesive that you love to use works well for this card. I'm going to simply lay it down here at the bottom, get it on the edges here, and all set. Now I've got that little strip and I'm going to put some liquid adhesive right here on the edge, right next to the designer series paper. Here we go. Just a tiny little strip of it right here on the edge. And then I'm going to put this strip down. I'm going to put it right up to the designer series paper. Get it on there and simply trim off any extra. So I open up the card, give it a little snip, and cut this side too. Ta-da! One card practically done. For the second card, I'm basically going to do the same thing. Put some adhesive down, and now this could go up at the top, it could go on the side, it could go anywhere you want it to. I'm going to have this one also go on the bottom. And I think this is going to be a perfect masculine card, don't you? It's just right. Again, I'm going to put a little bit of the glue down, a little adhesive here. It doesn't have to be a thick line, just a real thin one down. Then, because this was the 11 inches, I've got lots of cardstock here to put down and not worry about it being too short. It's perfect length. As you can see, I've done a little bit of decorating on these adorable cards. For this masculine card here, I've got the inside decorated and a little bit of stamping and die cuts that I used from the Words and Wishes stamp sets and coordinating dies. They're absolutely fantastic for all sorts of different occasions, and I thought it was fabulous for this masculine birthday card. Then for this holiday card, I got to use the Christmas mice as well as the coordinating dies, and this is so stinking cute. It's absolutely adorable. How about that cute little mousey there? And inside, I didn't put any designer paper, but I did mat some very vanilla. So I do have a sentiment, and I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with the early espresso since I have this ink here. Go ahead and ink this up, and let's put a sentiment on here. So I've got the Merry Christmas and the cute little mouse here. Let's go ahead and put that down. Nice. Go ahead and finish off with this little sending moment. Well, we'll find out as soon as I stamp it. We'll go ahead and put this in the center here, sending little moments of joy and cheer. So, check. Cute little holiday card, all done. So now, before you head off, let me show you just how versatile this layout really is. And remember, this isn't just like a Christmas card technique, and it's not just a masculine card technique. It's an anything you want technique. Let me grab the cards here and pull them over. All right. Well, here's another pair of cards that I created using that exact same idea. And this time you can see that I turned the cards into a landscape orientation. And instead of Christmas paper, I reached for the beautiful Ordinary Life Designer Series paper. I cut it the same way with that angled design, and look how different these two cards feel. On this fun butterfly card, I used the black and white chevron and I paired it with these gorgeous hot foiled butterflies in silver. I colored them in shades of yellow using the coordinating masks and blending brushes. Added a little bit of shimmery white embossing taste with that mask for some sparkle. And I love this fun twine bow and a few rhinestones. Now, the strip this time is another piece of designer series paper. I want you to think about doing different things with this strip. You could emboss it with it could be some other coordinating cardstock and just embossed. You could use ribbon instead if you wanted to. Think about all the possibilities. I love how elegant this card turned out. Inside, I've got another little butterfly, a mat of white that's surrounded by some pool party to help tie everything together. Well, and because I still had the other half of that diagonal cut, you know I couldn't let it go to waste. I flipped it over to the honeycomb side of that designer series paper and created this really fun birthday card. So the butterflies were from the Butterfly Flight, and the words I did from the Poetic Petals. This is soon to be released, and this is new with the hot foils. I love all the sayings in this Poetic Petals. Here, let me bring that card in again super quick and show you. Isn't it awesome? This is the Nested Essentials dies that I die cut that with. So fun. All right, so this one here is using the Caring Animals stamp set for this fun happy birthday lion. And what I love about techniques like this is the same layout, it's the same cutting and completely different personality. I kept the colors really bright here with Daffodil Delight and Pool Party. There's a little wink of Stella here for some sparkle, and it's all finished off with some colorful embellishments. That's what I love about techniques like this. Once you learn the layout, you can change your papers, colors, stamps, and the occasion, and it feels like a brand new design every single time. I hope that all these examples have your creative wheels turning, because I think that you're going to have a lot of fun experimenting with papers that are already sitting in your stash. So if you enjoyed today's project and found this technique helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you give this video a thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that you'd like to see more card making tutorials like this. And if you're new here, I'd love to invite you to subscribe and click on that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. I share new card making inspiration every week, along with lots of free tutorials and plenty of ideas to help you get more from the supplies you already own. And if you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd be honored to be your crafty cheerleader. I'd love to help inspire you, answer your questions, and support you on your creative journey. Well, take a look at those 4 finished cards. Aren't these so much fun? What do you think you'll use? I'm sure you've got paper in your stash, and I can't wait to see what you create. That's it. How fun is it to be able to make fabulous cards so easily? If you're going to make one, you may as well make a second, right? Okay, I'm so glad you were here today. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day and that you have a chance get inky. Bye.